In this video tutorial, we're going to see how we can build ribbon bars for views. In order to demonstrate that, we will need to create two tables. The first one is going to be called Customers, and the second one, Contacts. After that, we will create a one-to-many relationship between customers and contacts. Select the Contacts table, click on Accept, and we're done. Save and close. You may have gotten used to the idea that after creating tables, we need to interact with them, and we're going to do that by creating some views. Let's create our first view, a data list view. This is going to be tied to the customers table. Accept, save and close. Then we're going to create a form view. This is going to be tied to the customers table as well. Click on Accept. Then we're going to edit this view. Right click on it, choose Customize Layout, choose the order ID and the name. Okay. And right now, let's add a couple of entries to this table. Let's add the first one. Customer 1. Customer 2, and Customer 3. Okay. Save and close. Save and close this window as well. And now we're going to create our third view, which is going to be a grid view. And we're going to associate this to the Contacts table. Click on Accept. And let's edit this view a bit. Customize layout, order ID, and the name field. Okay. Now let's add a couple of entries. Contact 1. Second contact, and the third one. Save and close. Let's save and close this window for now and get back to our data list view. This is going to open up the data list view manager. If we click on the customers view, click on edit, we can see that we do not have any buttons available to edit these entries. We do not have any forms on the right side of the screen as we had before. And if we double click on one of the entries, nothing will happen because we haven't set any properties for this type of action. This is the main reason why we will need a ribbon bar at the top of this page over here, so we can interact with the data below. And based on our current selection and the pressing of certain buttons, we can interact with the current selection. Save and close. The next step is to click on the RibbonBar button. This is going to open up the RibbonBar Designer, and if you had a look at the previous video, you can see more details about all the sections that are available over here. This is the menu tree where you are going to build the structure of your ribbon bar. This is the properties pane for each of the elements that you have entered in the structure, and some other features. We are going to add a tab, a group, and 3 buttons, 2 and 3. For the first one, let's make it a bit bigger. Okay. The second one also bigger, and the third one as well. And why not add some small icons to these buttons? Okay, select, right click and load. Let's choose this one. The button 2 is going to get the same image, also data, and also the first button. Okay. Now all the buttons have small icons added to them, have a name. Of course, you can change the name by clicking on the button and typing a name of your choosing. Let's save. Now we have 3 options that we can explore. Let's click on the first button and leave the filtering aside for now, so we're not gonna tick on any of these options over here, but instead we are going to link this button to one of the views we have created at the beginning of this video. So we're going to tie it to this grid view for contacts. Let's give it a suggestive name like all contacts, and save. Save and close. And let's see what we have accomplished up until now. Edit the view. And as you can see, we have 3 entries for our customers in our list, and also 3 buttons, but only one of them has been customized. So if we click on the first entry and click on button number 1, this is going to open up the contacts view that we have associated, and this is going to display all the contacts we have inside. So contacts 1, 2, and 3. Save and close. If we go to the customer number 2 and click on the same button, guess what? This is going to open up the same view, which is going to contain the same entries, and that's because we haven't done any filtering or connections between this view and the entries we have in our list. But this is exactly what we're going to do next. Let's save and close. Let's get back to the RibbonBar Designer and select the second button. Now we have the opportunity to use the filtering. So we are going to use the first one, filter by selected record of parent view. Click on it, and now let's also choose a view from this drop-down. XtraBuild Designer will automatically filter the views in this list based on the table they are referencing. So if the parent view is showing data from the customers table, and we have other views in the system that are also referencing the customers table, only those are going to be displayed over here. So we're going to choose the customers, give it a name, detail view, save and close, and let's go back and see what it does. So we have customer number 1, 2, and 3. By selecting the first customer and clicking on the second button, button number 2, this is going to open up the detail view of this customer. How do I know that it's talking about the first customer? Well, it has customer number 1 over here in the name, and also in this header you can see that it's referencing the first entry in the table. Save and close. Let's go to the second customer. As you can see, it's displaying information about the second customer, also showing ID number 2 over here. Save and close. And of course, the same thing applies to customer number 3. We're going to see details about the third customer. Okay, so save and close. Save and close again. And let's get back to the ribbon bar. Now we're going to select the third button. In this case, we are going to use the second filtering option. Filter views in relation with the parent view. And from this drop-down, we are going to choose the contacts view. And the reason why we're seeing only the contacts view over here is because in the database, we have defined the one-to-many type of relationship between customers and contacts. Click on it. From this view, we are going to grab contacts and give it a proper name. Filtered contacts. What we have achieved by doing this entire setup is the following thing. We are going to be able to see a list of details that are going to be associated to a particular entry. So for example, we have one customer and we're going to see all the contacts that are being associated to that customer. But let's save and close this for now. Edit. Select the first customer and click on button number 3. We do not have any entries associated to this customer, so let's just go ahead and add a few. It's contact 1 for customer 1. This is just a suggestive name. There's no need for you to put any suggestions like this one in between brackets. Let's add another one. This is contact 2, also for customer 1. And contact 3, also for customer 1. Save and close. Let's go to the second customer. Again, no entries associated to this one, but we can quickly add some. This is going to be customer contact 1 for customer 2. And contact 2 for customer 2. Okay. Save and close. You can do the same thing for the third customer. But if we go back to customer number 1, we can see only the entries that we have entered for this customer, because it is a one-to-many type of relationship between customers and contacts. And for the second customer, only the ones that have been associated to customer number 2. Save and close. But no matter which one we're selecting and clicking on the first button, we can see all the entries in the contacts table that we have entered. Save and close. Also save and close. And this is how you build a ribbon bar for a view. I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to thank you for watching.